Great morning, one, great morning, all. MRPOGs, I hear you and I'm with you. I see you, I see you, I see you. FBOGs, IGOGs, and YTOGs. Great morning, and welcome, everybody of all ages. Welcome to the Mitch Race Podcast. So good to see you. I see some new people in the house, and I just want to welcome them aboard as well. And I want to say great morning to Shah Inspires, and she does. I want to say good morning to Sue. Good morning, Sue. I have not seen you in a long time. Awesome to see you here. Welcome, Icon. I want to welcome also Crominati. I want to welcome you also from IG, my friend. Good to have you here. I want to welcome you, Connie Korbelic. Welcome. I want to welcome you, Don Allen. Welcome. And I want to welcome you, Sonia Dungy, always destined for greatness and nothing less from Strong Island, New York. I want to welcome each and every one of you. I'm going to pop right on over, if I may, really quickly, so we can get on to the business of getting it on, as they say. And I want to welcome and thank Bren Harris for liking my I Feel Fantastic this morning, because I do feel fantastic. It is awesome seeing you all. And wow, what a week it's been. I forget how fast time really does fly. It's been honestly a real rock and roll of a week for me. I don't know if it has been for you. I have a career over at a university, or job also at a university, and it was really hectic. I'm not kidding you. You know, some of you out there may I'm sure you've gone that way too. I'm sure it's been that way for you as well. It is September as we go into October, and with Halloween, with the kids and everything like that. I'm sure it's been great. I hope it's been wonderful for you. I hope you found healthy ways to celebrate them, celebrate yourselves, and to also kind of have a good time in the midst of everything else that's going on. We have a marathon that's getting ready to bless the city tomorrow morning. I will not be in it, but I have several neighbors, and I want to encourage them and say, go. I will see you next year. I will see you next year. I love it. I love it. Welcome to the Mitch Race Podcast, everyone. This is Mitch Race Podcast, MRP 91. And I'm Mitch Race, and I help seasoned, younger, middle-aged men who are on their value journey gain clarity and vision from distraction, so that they can earn their desired high level of income to match their image. I help them to gain clarity. I help them to gain vision, and I help them to unpack what it is that may be keeping them, holding them back from next level greatness. Things like self confidence, things like self esteem, not knowing your value, not being able to unpack is a huge one. It was for me. Once I did that, that changed the game for my life. And scarcity mindset, which has been on my mind, not scarcity, just the scarcity mindset, and the ability to be able to really help and kind of like dive in on this, which is what we're going to talk about this morning. I'm just going to say this as a quick note, and I want to welcome you also, DC. Welcome, Tony Smith. Um, I want to say this as a quick note, something I'm really grateful for. I did a post on scarcity. Is scarcity mindset holding you back? It's actually a short that I pulled from one of the longer videos on scarcity mindset, and it garnered 1.1 thousand views. So I'm really happy about that. Really happy about that. Excited. It is the second one actually that I've released from this from Scarcity Mindset videos that has gone over 1,100 over 1,100 views. So I think that actually is resonating and speaking to someone. And I think it's really important to speak to this, because I'm telling you now, it is one of the things that will definitely, without question, hold you back in many different ways. And let's face it, we're here to thrive. We're here to win. We're here to do better and be better versions of ourselves, and to help each other to do that. And so it's an honor and a blessing to be able to do that here with you. And I want to thank you very much for your congratulations. I see a few out there. Thank you very, very much, Sonia Dungy. Always destined for greatness. That being said, let's get ready to go right into it. We're going to talk about 5 ways the right community can shift a scarcity mindset. 5 ways that the right community can shift a scarcity mindset. I'm excited. If you're ready to go, just put ready to go in the chats and let's go. If you've listened to any of my podcasts any number of times, one of the things you probably hear me talk a lot about is community. The reason why I talk a lot about community is because, number one, I'm super grateful for the community that I'm in, and I'm super grateful to be a part of any community at this point in time. To be honest with you, I serve a number, but this particular one really changed my life. And um, you probably also heard me say a number of things, or a number of things were said outside of this podcast. Things like, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with the community. You probably heard a number of people say that. Willpower will never outdo the power of a community. I'm sure you've heard that one. And I just recently found this quote by Helen Keller, which is, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And I find that extraordinary from a woman who um, was blind, that she had so much insightful information, and and her thinking was of such a high visionary quality, that she was still able to help the world and help the planet by being able to use her gift of sight in a different way. And she was so right about that. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. And it's a great, great, great quote. Um, scarcity, scarcity. Scarcity focuses on less. Community focuses on more. Scarcity is funded by fear. Community is backed by faith. Scarcity seeks to divide, and community thrives in gathering and celebrates its abundance. I'd like to say that again, as Brent Harris would say, for those in the back, a little louder. Scarcity focuses on less, community focuses on more. Scarcity is funded by fear, community is backed by faith. Scarcity seeks to divide, community thrives in gathering and celebrates its abundance. One of the things I contribute to my personal growth and ability to understand, hone in on, and to shake scarcity mindset and now be able to help is community. Many of you already know my story. It starts out in a Vegas hotel room, really, but the story actually starts before there. Whereas I was really going through a lot because my mom had passed the year before. A year later, I find myself at a business conference in Vegas, and I'm walking past the bathroom mirror early in the morning, and I look at myself, and I don't recognize myself in the mirror, and I'm not liking what I see either. I looked really, I looked spacey, to be honest with you. Is probably not, that's one of those words I'm going to use to define it. Spacey, certainly. Um, I looked unhealthy in a way. And what I really want to do is, I don't want to say that I was unhealthy, but I really think that I am. I really think that I was at that point in time, because I was a little bit mentally unhealthy. I was probably going through a lot more than I really, really thought that I was going through. And I just wasn't paying attention. Um, I was doing probably all the wrong things, and probably addressing all the wrong things about my life after my mom had passed. And sometimes a little bit of freedom is just too much freedom, and you don't know exactly what to do with it. And I mean that respectfully, not that I was free from my mom, but I was free from a lot of making what I felt a lot of decisions, probably. And I had a lot, I felt like maybe a lot of the pressure was off of my shoulders and off my life, not really understanding that there was more pressure to come, and that what it was actually doing was setting me up for fear and a scarcity mindset, a drop in my confidence, a drop in my self-esteem. And I had to recover from all that. When I looked at a mirror, That is not exactly what I saw at that point in time, but I began to really figure it out afterwards. Um, I did not have that spark in my eyes when I looked in the mirror. I did not um, just have that energy that I was really looking for. And I looked at my body and I was like, oh, well, you could do so much more better. And it wasn't that I was comparing or anything like that. And it wasn't that I wasn't grateful, but I just think that there were a whole lot of things that were going through my head that were totally different than what I thought my life was. And I just needed to come back to New York, plan or not, and figure it out. I met Darren Walker. I'm not just meeting him, but I met Darren, spoke with Darren when I came back to New York, and figured out that I needed to be a part of a couple of things that he was doing. And I joined almost reluctantly. I'm just so grateful that he did convince me. And then when I say convince, not cajoled, convinced in a very, very godly way, in a very helpful way, in a way to help me move past my discomfort and my scarcity mindset and thinking about all the other stuff that I had going on and my lack of confidence to move me forward so that I could actually become a better version of myself and find my purpose. If not for me joining Darren and walking in my calling now, I would not have discovered my calling for one thing, but the mere fact that I'm now in an iconic community and now just thriving and really just meeting the best people on the planet, working with the greatest people on planet Earth, honestly, and just really feeling loved and accepted and just feeling very purposeful in what I'm doing and helping a lot of people. There's nothing like community. So I hope that you do understand how big a part community did play for me and what it can do for you. And I'm going to now share with you when you join the right community, 5 ways that the right community can actually help you. And I hope that you're getting value from this. A supportive community shifts a scarcity mindset by fostering collaboration, promoting gratitude, celebrating collective success, encouraging generosity, and providing exposure to abundance minded individuals who can model a different perspective. By consistently engaging in these community driven practices, individuals can reframe their beliefs from never enough to there are possibilities, leading to personal and shared growth. So, the 5 ways the right community can shift a scarcity mindset. Number one, it can promote collaboration instead of competition. It's one for all. You probably heard that in the Three Musketeers. It's one for all and all for one. That's the benefit of joining a community, one of the benefits. And it's one of the right ways that a community can help you to shift a scarcity mindset. You see, when I came in, I had that baggage and I didn't really kind of like unpack it at first. It took me a while to really unpack how scarcity minded I really, really was. Still joining the community and still after Darren had reached out, and I was so scared from everything that I was going through financially that I felt like the roof was just actually crashing in on me. I wasn't even that the fact that I didn't have any money. I kept saying to myself, well, you don't have the money. How are you going to do this? You can't do that. How are you going to do this? You don't have the money. You don't have the time. And I started to settle. These are the subtle distractions and dangers when you start listening to the voices of a scarcity mindset, and we're going to get into that as well. But when you start listening to those kind of voices and you start saying things like, you don't have it, you're never going to find it, there's just no way you're going to be able to do it, and you start feeding into those voices, you need community. You're going to need more than just yourself. God is definitely with you, but God also provides community. Okay, so let's not just say, okay, well, I've got this. I know exactly how I feel, and I can do this. Well, let's say that you can. If you do, chances are the results won't be very long lasting. Because if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. If you want to go far, you go with the community, and that's just the way that it is. So, yeah, a community can shift focus from a win lose mentality to a win win approach where members work together to create results that benefit everyone involved. That's such a magic that when do you realize how many people aren't working together? And that is one of the biggest reasons why people fail and why some people continue to stay in one spot, why they settle when they're not with the right community and they're not working together and they're not working towards something and working as more like pieces working together and working for that one common cause. There's so much value in that. There's too much value in that to be ignored just by working on your own. Get into a community. Get into a community, people. I'm telling you that this is a golden nugget for anyone out there who's listening. It is well worth this. The information that you're going to get right now from this podcast and that you're getting from this, if you don't take this money, I'm calling it money. I'm calling it gold. If you don't take this money and gold and run with it, I don't know what to tell you. But get into a community, people. Collaborating with others opens communication. You've got to have other people to collaborate with. And community does just that. They collaborate with you because they're all on one accord. One of the greatest things about community is the fact that when one person is suffering, another not just one person suffers along with them and feels their pain and comes alongside to them and lift them up because they've done that for me so many times. But they it's more than one. They do it for each other and then they do it all together. Everybody feels what they can empathize as to what that person's going through. And that's going to lift you up because let's face it, we have people at our jobs, we have people at our families, we have people at our business, we have people in the streets. They won't lift you up. And see, the value of that is that you learn how to be a better person. You learn how to lift others up when you didn't know how. You learn how to come alongside someone and say, hey, I got you. That's important. That's valuable stuff. It establishes communication. It helps you. It puts you in a position to define and collaborate better. And it helps you see your peers as collaborators rather than rivals. It's not competition, it's collaboration. Number two, normalize gratitude practices. That's another way that the community shifts a scarcity mindset by normalizing gratitude practices, by practicing gratitude on a regular basis. My journey in this, in my story, has created abundance in my life. By normalizing gratitude practices in my life, it's made my story come so much more alive. And I really was able to delve deeper into it wasn't just loss of confidence. It wasn't just self-esteem, but very, very, very much so. And it wasn't even self-image that much, even though it was. Looking in the mirror told me that. But it was the scarcity mindset. That is the biggest catalyst that I discovered from this and that I know that I can help with. I am 100% sure of that. And as we go through, you're going to see even more value in what I'm telling you. But this has created abundance in my life. Abundance. It's changed my language. Um, communities can encourage a daily gratitude practice, such as writing down a few things you're grateful for each day. So this goes along with gratitude right now, establishing and normalizing gratitude practices. Communities can encourage a daily gratitude practice. Do you write something that you're grateful for every day? I do. Okay, I'm just going to show you real briefly. If you can see this, holding it up. Okay. And I'm also going to read this, if I may. I'm just going to read three things that I'm grateful for. I just had to write them down really quickly this morning, and I'll share them with you. I'd love to. I'm grateful for my personal growth and to be in a place I can see that in others, that I can see that personal growth in them. And I champion I can now champion that in their life. I'm grateful for the change of seasons and the number of seasons I've experienced in my life. Just real quick things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for a great career, having a great mom when she was here, and amazing people who filled a void and who still fill a void with love and support and encouragement. I'm grateful for the ability and strength to do 16 push-ups at 8:30 a.m. today. That's what it says because I did. It was real quick, but I had to get it done. So I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful for that ability uh, to get that done. So it doesn't have to be anything that's like going to take up too much of your time. Just real quick, write it down. Write down three, four things that you're grateful for. Everybody's got something um, that they're grateful for. Another a footnote in the normalizing gratitude practices that this habit helps shift from what is lacking to what is already present, which is a core principle of abundance thinking. Once you start thinking abundantly, it changes. Once you start thinking abundantly, once you start speaking abundantly, one you are abundant. You are in the abundance that you are in at any given moment. You are in the abundance that you are in any given moment. You're also in the scarcity that you are in, that you are thinking in any given moment. Number three, number three. Okay. Celebrate collective success. Celebrate collective success. That is another way that the community can shift a scarcity mindset by celebrating collective success. We just talked about that a little while ago. Happens a lot more, and it's a ton of fun because it happens a lot. It happens a lot more in communities, especially a great community that I'm in. We celebrate a lot. We win a lot. We have small wins a lot. We talk about it a lot. We share in it a lot. We grow in it a lot. We bask in it a lot. We we just have a good time with it. Okay, and it's great to win. It's great to win. If you haven't won in a while, maybe it's because you need to join a community. Maybe it's because you need to listen to another podcast. Maybe it's because you need to attend another free masterclass. But whatever it is, you need to do. You need to do it. But you certainly do need to look at joining a community, and a good one too, a purposeful one. Um, in celebrating collective success, understand that um, instead of feeling envious, that a community can foster an environment where members genuinely celebrate each other's achievements, and we do. Um, that's one of the greatest things, that people are not doing it to be fake or to be phony. They're doing it because they're genuinely happy for each other. They're happy to see you get to where you need to get to, and you in turn will be happy to see someone else also win and thrive. It's not about feeling envious and feeling jealousies. Sometimes we feel that because those are human things that are inside of us, and we need to look at a little bit closer. It had me looking at, well, okay, well, why do you feel a certain way about this person's success? And once you start understanding that it comes from, you feel that you're not enough and you don't have enough, that's where it is. And you're trying to fill that void with jealousy, with envy. And no, it's not good. It's not going to turn out well. It's just not. Okay. So let's look at really carefully um, about the fact that we need community. We need good people, that we need to surround ourselves with the greatest of people in our communities and contribute, be a contributing member to a community where you should. And that's what's going to help us all to grow, grow, grow. Okay, let's see where I am. Yeah. Celebrate each other's achievements and seeing others succeed can inspire you and reinforce the belief that success is possible for everyone, not just a limited few. Success is possible for everyone. When you see others around you succeed, don't you feel, don't doesn't it rub off on you? You go, you know what? I could do that too. And you feel genuinely happy for them because they're genuinely happy for you because they know that you can do it and you know that you can do it too. So when you celebrate collectively with your team, look at the Yankees. Maybe not this year, okay, but look at them in championship years. That it was contagious. Have you ever seen somebody go up to the and hit a ball and it's a home run? The next player comes back, comes out, another one, it's a home run. There were actually back to back to back home runs hit by people because they felt so inspired and they were so encouraged and they were just so turned on by that level of success that each one was able to repeat performance. It happens that way. Let's go to another way, which is number four, which is another way that the right community can shift a scarcity mindset. The right community can shift a scarcity mindset by encouraging generosity and giving back. I'm going to tell you this. I experienced this yesterday, and it just goes to show you, and this is really, really true. And because I have no reason to lie to you whatsoever. I went down for lunch yesterday in a cafeteria over at the university, and I was going to buy my lunch, and was online, and I was talking to one of the doctors, and we were just, just as they say, just going back and forth, and just really kind of high fiving each other because of the week that we had, and also just kind of just talking. And he says, "You know what, Mitchell?" And I was about to pay for my lunch. He says, "I got this." I was like, I was like, "What?" He's like, "No, I got this." It wasn't very expensive, but it was an offer. That lunch was $12. That lunch was almost $13. I got news for you, okay? And it was good too, okay? It tasted even better when somebody else actually paid for it and blessed me. But it was such a blessing because I felt like, why? And then I realized just be accepting because this is a part of the abundance that you are speaking, that you are living through, that you are working through, and that you are helping with. And you are a person who is generous. And it's okay to say that about yourself. It's okay to say that about yourself. It's okay to pat yourself on the back for being generous. I am generous. It changed my thinking. I was just yesterday after he gave back, excuse me, after he gave me, I gave back. Somebody in my family was hungry and I want to make sure they ate. That's the beauty and joy of abundance. And when you stop holding on to every single thing like this, where nothing gets in, nothing goes out, life changes. And I'm not saying that you have to be generous to the point whereas you have nothing. That's not what I'm saying. Use discretion. Use discretion and pray on things. But certainly do use your discretion. But do understand that if you're holding on too tightly to every single thing, you cannot take that with you. We cannot take these things with us. But if we can help somebody, we should help someone. And that is abundance. That's the power of abundance you will always have as a result. I have an abundant leader. I have an abundant leader who doesn't hold on to everything. He knows how to receive and he knows how to give in who he is and what he has. Trust and believe that. Number five, and this is a really, really good way that the right community can shift a scarcity mindset, and that is to provide positive role models. Being around people who have an abundance mindset can be a powerful catalyst for change as their outlook can become contagious. If I may, I'd like to read that back over again, please. And thank you with your abundant selves. Number five, provide positive role models. Being around people who have an abundance mindset can be a powerful catalyst for change as their outlook can become contagious. And I want to say this too, that a community can be a space to learn from these individuals who view challenges as opportunities and believe in creating solutions rather than focusing on limitations. And at this point in time, I really hope that you've gotten great value because I want to read what you all are saying about this. It's a big deal for me to get on here this morning and really just have this platform and to talk about ways that a community can shift a scarcity mindset because I am going to be speaking to more of these things. I am going to be presenting more of these things, and you're going to see this in a little bit more of a more expansive version in my masterclass and courses as we move forward, and as I'm given knowledge and wisdom to be able to do this here on podcast number 91. I'm so excited about this podcast number 91. Um, I'd like to go to the comments, if I may, and let's see what's going on. I'm also going to say, I see a few people here on Facebook. I'd like to say good morning to them as well. Hey, Facebook. Hey, good morning, Emma Ramsey. Emma Ramsey says, so true. Then lift up is possible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Emma Ramsey's ready. Woo, I love it. I love it. All right. All right. All right. Let's bounce back over. I'm going to go over to YouTube. I want to thank everybody on YouTube, by the way, for that one for the 1.1K boosts in those two shorts. Thank you so very very much, YouTube. Really grateful for you. That would not have happened without you. I'm telling you now. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's good. Let's go over to Instagram. YouTube is just chilling, which we love. Okay, that's good. Can you all hear me? Just put in the chat if you can hear me. In Instagram. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shah. Okay, so here we go. Um, where are we? Okay, we're going to read some of this stuff. Anthony Smith says from DC, finding the right community can be discovered by being in the zone of attraction to be generous, naturally, and to receive accordingly. You won't find it throwing darts at a community dartboard. I love that. And thank you, Stay Sexy Wellness, Don Allen, Coach Don Allen. Looking forward to your future master classes and episode 100. I am too. I'm really excited about that, by the way. Nettie says from Florida, Nettie says, God has blessed me so much until I can't help but to bless others. Amen, Nettie. That's a great attitude. I want to thank you, Nenye951. Not like sure who that is, but put it in the chat if you'd like an Instagram, Nenye951. Thank you for being here and joining. New people. I love new people. I love old people too. Old people, as in old people who are the OGs, not old people. I love old people too, though. Okay. Grateful journal, gratitude journal, a grateful journal from Stay Sexy Wellness. Excuse me, always destined for greatness. Always destined for greatness. Sonia Dungy says, grateful journal, 3 different things to be grateful for a day is 1,098 after a year. Awesome. I'm glad you're learning a lot, Nettie. I am so grateful too that I threw my heart over the bar, Sonia Dungy. Darren encouraged me to throw my heart over the bar just one more time. He said, "There's more greatness ahead of you than there is behind you. Just you have to trust, and you have to trust yourself too. You know." And that was the big thing. When you have a scarcity mindset, the only thing you're focused on is scarcity. You're not focusing on next level greatness. You're not. It's impossible. You cannot do both at the same time. So if anybody else says out there, "Oh, well, I got this, but I kind of like I was still thinking," no, you can't do both at the same time. You one betrays the other. So do understand that, and don't be betrayed by a scarcity mindset. Because I almost did not pursue my calling as a result of I don't have the money, I can't get the money. Where am I going to get the money? And God worked it out so I could continue to move forward. And that is when I discovered my purpose. And you can't tell me it doesn't work because it doesn't work if I'm not here. Okay. So I want you to think about that. If I don't pursue my purpose, I am not here. You're not hearing my voice. I am not um, able to help anyone because I would not, honestly do not think that I would have found out and discovered my calling any other way. This was the way I had to find it. And I've been developing for years. For years. Yeah, for years. Gratefully so. Sonia Dungy says, we're thriving. Yes. And community is so relative. I'm trying to see, is there anyone else here that I'm missing anything? Thank you, Tony. I'm glad that you're finding this very impactful, my friend and my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, Emma. God bless you. She says, wow, this is so good, sir. Ooh, that makes me feel good. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I can't think of, like I said, I always tell you this. I can't think of anything else that I would want to do on a Saturday morning, to be honest with you. I'm up and ready. I'm up and at 'em. I am. I'm so excited. I love what I do and I love you all. And I want to thank you so much. There is, and I have these little tools and I didn't use any of them. I'm going to show you guys some of this stuff while I'm here. Let's go to, can I do a quick recap like this? Let's see. All right. Because I do want to do just a really, really quick recap. Okay. So this has been 5 ways a community can shift the scarcity mindset. And I'm just going to go through the list real quick. Number 1, a community promotes collaboration, not competition. Number 2, a community can normalize gratitude practices. And that's exactly what they do. And that's what was done for me. Number 3, you can celebrate collective success with a community. Number 4, a community encourages generosity and giving back. It really does. Sometimes you need the extra encouragement. And number 5, the community provides positive role models. I've got a free masterclass that's coming up this month in November on Wednesday the 19th at 6 p.m. Please be there. Please be there for this. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It is 4 key strategies to reframe negative and scarcity thinking to a positive, abundant, confident self-image. If you were there at the last one, wonderful and amazing, but I'm going to certainly encourage you to be there for this one. You do not want to miss it. 4 key strategies to reframe negative and scarcity thinking to a positive, abundant, confident self image. Do look for the link coming up really, really soon. I promise this time that you will see it and you'll be able to register. And, or you can just do what Sonia does, pre-register. She's the queen of pre-registration. And I believe that Emma Ramsey is also now chiming in because she did last time. She pre-registered as well, and so did Don Allen. Just saying, you don't have to pre-register, but it's a good thing to do. Listen, I've had a really great time. I don't want to take up too much more, any more of your time. I want to thank you for being here on the Mitch Race podcast. I want you all to have a spectacular weekend. Do support and love each other, and and just look for people who may be feeling this way. And you might every once in a while feel that scarceness is going to be here permanently, but just know it's not. We serve a God who's very, very capable of giving, and I think we know that. And we also are capable of changing our mindset and our heart set from scarcity to abundance. When you know better, you do better. Again, until another, reframe your vision, reframe your value, reframe your victory, and have a wonderful and amazing weekend. And I want to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to each and every one of you again, and to YouTube for making my week. Talk to you all really, really soon. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great, great weekend. I'll send you the link, Carmen Yannette. I'm out. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Thank you, Nettie. Thank you so very much. Thank you for registering, Sonia Dungy. Thank you, Emma Ramsey. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. God bless you, everybody.